Hello.
Hey, uh, so today we're gonna channel Quan Yin.
Oh, we are.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't get
and
requests for her very often.
uh, um, and if it goes over the 30 minutes, it'll get. Do you have time more than 30 minutes right now?
I actually have you down for an hour session.
Oh, it was supposed to be 15 or 30 minutes in the email. But
What do you
we
want? It's up to you. I mean, you're the one who's like prepaid for all these sessions, so you can use them
okay.
however you want.
So I could stop you in the middle and let you know if I
Yeah,
only need 15 or 30 minutes.
yeah, that would be great
Or
because I would appreciate the extra time to do other
okay,
things.
okay. Or even if I need longer than that, I could let you know, like a little longer than that. In general, I'm talking about. I'm probably only going to need 30 minutes.
Okay.
But like in general, if it goes longer, it gets that's fine too.
It's always good to ask beforehand because sometimes I don't have a lot of time in between clients. So
Okay.
in this
Okay. So
case, yeah, I definitely have enough time to do more than 30
o-
minutes.
okay.
Okay?
So we'll Quan Yin, and the tone will be the highest configurational
Mm-hmm.
heart centeredness,
Mm-hmm. Got it?
uh, however that looks like.
Okay. Yes. 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 It is I, Quan Yin.
Hi. Um,
Yes.
so I want I want to give a background first of all the desire I have had in regards to the lottery. It's not only uh, a question of whether I want the money and I want it for my freedom to make uh, the spending. I like going off to something big for the energetic sake, for
Yes.
all of the for and this thing's bigger than that too. Like having abundance for everyone. Uh, there's things bigger than even that. There's always a higher configurational state, but or desire. But right now, I want to try to manifest the lottery because there's a lot of energy. and a focus that it drives me. I would say it's fifth dimensional because it
Yes.
gets me into a mode of love. It gets me into a mode of and right now, like whenever I could feel the abundance, it gets me into the state of wishing that abundance for everyone in my universe.
Very
And
good.
yeah, so I could achieve it now, that abundance, and I don't need the lottery, but I'm trying to manifest the lottery as well. So could you give me some right now what I'm doing, and I'll let you know what I'm doing, and maybe you could tell me what needs to be changed, or what I'm doing right, and
Yes.
all of that, right? So what I'm doing is I'm trying to go after the vibration of it, and sometimes I go after the persona or the knowing of it. And I'm not talking about knowing as in expecting. I'm talking about knowing as in embodying, as in you're the actual, like you can know how it feels like to uh, be crystals,
Yes.
the highest configurational crystals. You can know how it feels like and feel
Yes.
it within your vibration and feel it in your embodiment and demeanor as well.
Yes.
Uh, so that's one thing. I started with the photonic thing. Sometimes it feels like I'm trying too much or efforting. Um,
Yes.
and um, I also have a technique called the Merkaba manifestation technique that Jerry Sargent, one of his techniques, he says it gets kind of like the photonic energy. It gets you into that manifestation very quickly, uh, because yeah, it deals with the Merkaba, and yeah, I don't know exactly how it works, but I feel the Merkaba manifestation technique pulling in a lot of energy when I'm doing it as
Yes.
well. So yeah, you could comment.
All right. First of all, it is wonderful for you to extend your desire out to include others. It is a big part of what you're doing there on planet Earth to include others in your process, to include others in your desires, and to know that you are part of a much bigger collective. And so, I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate that you want this for others as well, and also that you primarily want to feel something, and you acknowledge that. You don't just want the money so that you can feel powerful or so that you can live in luxury. You also want the experience of receiving. And so, my advice to you is to focus on that. That is the divine feminine energy at work when you allow yourself to experience what it feels like to receive, what it feels like to open yourself up to abundance, and what it feels like to let energy move through you.
And how exactly do you mean to receive? Like, am I going to do it by flicking on a vibration? That kind of seems like I'm doing the work when I flick on that vibration in my crown. How do you receive in the way that you're saying?
You make it known to the universe that you're ready to receive. You put your physical body into a very comfortable position and you relax. Now you can feel yourself opening up in the same way that a flower blossoms and blooms, to open up, to receive more sunlight, to receive more rain, to receive pollen from the bees. The flower opens up, and you have that image in nature that you have certainly seen a video of somewhere, of a time-lapse photography of a flower opening up, so you can imagine exactly what that feels like because you have that image. That's the feeling you want to have in relationship to the universe. You want to be open to receiving from the universe, not just open to receiving from this one avenue of the lottery, but open to receiving energy, wanting to feel that energy moving through you. That's what you want, and that's what you have access to right now. That's what you don't need to wait for anyone or anything for you to experience in your current now moment.
Yeah. And to receive in that way, I've received it last Saturday as well. That feeling where I was feeling fifth dimensional energy, and I was feeling source energy embodied. I was walking, I was pacing back and forth, and I was feeling like the flower that opens up, like,
Yes.
and yeah, I was feeling profoundly like, and it was with ease, and
Yes.
it wasn't me trying to flick that vibration and breathing into it, and and sometimes it works that way too, activating my vibration, but most of the time I get too heady about the vibrational work as well,
Yes.
and yeah, but yeah, sometimes I feel it that way too. But that was an easy way of it was ease and alignment. How do you get into that state of ease and alignment like I got in that day?
Well, it's about living your life the way that you want to live it. In other words, if you're living your life because you're wanting to get somewhere or you're wanting to get something, then you're not really living authentically in that moment what it is that you want to be living. You're saying to the universe, I know that I can have what I want if I do this thing that I believe in, that I believe will get me what I want. That's one way to live your life, and that's not the most authentic way. That's not really you being who you want to be in that moment and doing what you want to do in that moment. That's you deciding that if I am holding this vibration, or if I am doing this thing that I feel I need to do, then maybe someday I will get what I want. And once I get what I want, then I can actually live how I want to live and feel how I want to feel. So the trick is to realize that you already are abundant, that you have an abundance of energy available to you, you have an abundance of time, you have an abundance of air to breathe, you have an abundance of different perspectives to explore. Your world has given you an abundance of information through the internet, and there are abundance of people for you to interact with. As you look for something about the world as it is and your life as it is to excite you, to turn you on, to bring you into that state of actually feeling abundant, then you will know that you are on the right track. Then you will know that everything that you want is in fact coming to you as well, but that you're not waiting for it to come before you start living your life.
Yeah, I've had those intuitive hits where I'm like, after I win the lottery, I should be doing it right now, and I do it now sometimes too. Exactly what I do after I'm going to win the lottery. I'm going to be meditating more. I
Yes.
do a lot right now as well. I'm going to be envisioning for the highest configurational timelines and then going on to even higher timelines and higher timelines. I'm going to envision this for everyone. I'm going to envision uh,
Wonderful.
abundance for everyone of the highest order, of
Yes.
them being source energy embodied and then masterful in every way possible. I'm going
Yes.
to envision all of this. Right, I have the opportunity to do it now, and I don't need a lottery to envision it. Uh, but, but there's one thing that Crater said last time about the lottery. They said something about the odds. And what Bashar says about odds is if you make it a matter of fact in terms of you have the winning numbers, then there is no odds to deal with.
Yes.
So once I get into that state, and I'm going to keep going at it until I get into that state, I'm not going to. What Bashar says is to inundate yourself, immerse yourself into whatever you want to manifest. And I want to manifest.
Preetpaul. Preetpaul. I can no longer hear you. Preetpaul. You may need to call back here.
Hi. So the odds are 1 in 1 if you say if you embody the fact that the numbers are the winning numbers.
Yes. That is correct. And it is also something that you're recognizing in this moment that you need to achieve. So there's something about winning the lottery that you need to harmonize with in order to make those odds a direct 1-to-1 ratio. And so there is a certain amount of work involved in that. Whereas if you live your life, as you say, the way that you know you would live your life even if you won the lottery and you feel that abundance, then that's an easier and more fun way for you to align with the experiences that you want to have. It's more fun than having to align yourself in the way that you are talking about.
Okay, yeah, I'm sensing that it is, yeah. So what timeline would serve me the best? To continue going after the lottery and mastering all these things at the same time? Like mastering abundance for all, heart-centeredness, doing the things I want. I could do both. I could have the best of both worlds. It's not either or situation. Would that
Correct.
timeline fit me the best?
Yes, because in this scenario that you are talking about now, you're talking about being the person that you want to be and holding that space for everyone else as well, which is joyous. It's not coming from a place of need, it's coming from a place of joy, wanting to see others thrive, wanting to see others have as much as anyone else, and have the freedom to do whatever they want to do. This is who you are, and this is who you want to be more of. And as you live in joy yourself now, you also send out that signal to the rest of humanity that it is possible to live your life right now as you want to live it, that it is possible to feel how you want to feel right now, no matter what. And you want others who have less in this now moment to also feel the way that you want them to feel and the way that you want to feel yourself, which is joyful and abundant.
Yeah. So I could have best of both worlds, right? I could do my practices, all of them, do everything
Yes.
I'm mastering, and win the lottery.
Yes.
And that's probably the path to do it, to continue doing it. But is there gonna, in order to manifest it, do I still need to visualize the my numbers being, dedicate some time every day to making it a full embodiment that my numbers, because I have so much time. I could do both worlds, the mastery and some of that as well, like 30 minutes a day until it's a solid belief that my numbers will win. That's enough. Uh, so
Will you be in a state of joy while you are doing that, or will you be in a state of trying?
you'll probably be trying, but if I get into that state, then it'll be effortless alignment.
Let's say that you buy a lottery ticket. And let's say that instead of trying to make that lottery ticket the winning ticket with the winning numbers, you say to yourself, I know that I have already won the lottery. Maybe I will win today, or maybe I will win tomorrow, or maybe I will win next week. And instead of focusing on making that one lottery ticket the winner, you just say, I know it's going to happen. It doesn't matter when. Then you have still played, so you're still making it possible for yourself to win, but you're not obsessing over it. You're not trying to make it happen. You're just acknowledging that it has already happened, and that you may experience it today or tomorrow or next week or next year, but ultimately what's most important for you is to not feel attached to that one ticket being the winner. Because then what happens when that one ticket isn't the winner? Then you feel that you have failed. Then you feel that you have spent 30 minutes of your time focusing, rather than just joyously living your life, on making these numbers the winning numbers. At some point, what you really want to do is be very clear about why you want to have that experience of winning the lottery, and then make your day more about living that life that you want to live, the winning lottery number life, or the person with the winning lottery numbers, that person's life. That's what you want to make your effort towards living.
Which timeline would be better? Me just dropping the lottery, or me continue going after the lottery in a lighter fashion?
What do you think?
I think I'm not sure, but I think the timeline, me dropping it altogether, is a better timeline versus the lighter.
It's not better or worse. It's not a question of better or worse here. It's a question of what you want. What's more exciting for you, having some numbers in play for the lottery to win, or not having some numbers?
I'm not totally certain. This is something I would have to investigate
All right.
rather than
So
go
you can
speedy.
exactly, you can take it day by day. You can take it week by week, moment by moment, in terms of whether you're going to play or not. So then you're really in the flow, because perhaps on a particular day you do feel that inspiration to go and get a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
And then not only do you win the lottery, but you realize that you're receiving guidance to bring you everything that you want. And isn't that exciting? Yes.
Yeah.
It is, yes.
Yeah. So the way I saw it for myself, or see it for myself, is wild horses won't stop me from winning the lottery.
Yes.
When when I get the impulse to buy, it's going to be the winning lottery ticket,
Yes.
because you have the wild horses can't stop you feeling. And if you don't have that experience, then don't buy the ticket,
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely correct.
because it'll discourage you. Yeah, once you get enough of momentum, wild horses can't stop you. You'll have that feeling.
Well, that's the other thing. You don't want to turn it into a job. You don't want your job to be winning the lottery. So just like
But
when you go to a job and you do something you don't really want to do every day, just so you get the paycheck at the end of the week or 2-week period, you don't want that to be your life. You want your life to be one of freedom and fun.
but the job is doing all this mastery stuff, like heart-centeredness, visualizations. That is a job. I enjoy that job.
Yes, very good.
That's
So do the
that.
jobs that you enjoy doing. Make
Yeah,
sure
but
you are participating only in the jobs that you enjoy doing.
okay, those are the jobs that will lead to the lottery, though.
Yes, indeed. Or something
Yeah,
better. Or
yeah.
having an idea that you can sell to someone for millions of dollars. Having an idea for a product, or having an idea for a movie, or getting some inspiration to do something else that brings you that same amount of abundance.
All right, now I'm going to change the subject. Um, Regarding which timeline would be better, me staying here in this home environment, uh, or going living out on ODSP, which is 1100 a month, 1150 a month, and living very on not that much income, but having more freedom. But here there's more. It's not necessarily more freedom. I'm not sure of that. It could be more freedom here as well, because there is a lot of freedom here as well. Uh, my family gives me space, and sometimes I make a big hairy deal of not having the space, but indeed there is a lot of space and freedom here as well.
So it
So,
seems like, for now, there's no reason for you to move. In other words, if you could move and not have it affect your life in any other way, but positive ways, then I would say go ahead and move to the new location. But if you're saying that you will have your own place, but you'll have less of an income to spend on the things that you want to do and enjoy, then it doesn't seem like it's a necessity for you. You're not needing it or wanting it so much so that you're just going to do it no matter what I say. Correct?
yeah,
That's when you
that's
know that it's not quite the right timing for you to do something like that. If you're going to do it, no matter what anyone
wild horse.
says, then yes, wild horses, exactly. Then it's time to do it. But if you need me to tell you that it's the better timeline for you, the better timeline, that these timelines are not set in stone either, in the sense that once you make one decision that puts you on a particular timeline, then you're just all set. And all you have to do is let the timeline take you. You will still be making decisions. You will still be deciding how you are going to live day to day.
Yeah. The moment-to-moment vibrations, day-to-day vibrations is what counts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, how do I get abundance in any form? What do you see? Do you see something like poker helping? I haven't won money in poker, but I've lost money in poker actually, and but I I I have impulse like taking action too soon in poker, right? But at the same time, in poker, I feel like I have an excellent reading ability to read the other players, but I'm not as well educated in poker as the other, but I have an excellent reading ability. So do you see that as a good positive, uh, good career option?
Again,
Or
if this was something that you truly wanted to do and that you truly loved to do, you would not need to ask the question, you would just be doing it. So it is more of a means to an end for you than a true passion. And if you want abundance, then be abundant. Breathe the abundance of the universe in and let yourself feel it. Don't wait for it to come. Don't wait for the evidence to come from outside of you that you are abundant.
yeah,
The more of you that you allow to flow through you into this universe, the more comes back to you. And if playing poker was one of those things, then you'd be doing it and you'd be doing it joyously. And it wouldn't be about the money. It would be about the thrill of it. So look at the things in life that give you the greatest thrill, and those are the things to be doing. Those are the decisions you want to make that will keep you on a timeline that allows you to feel the way that you want to feel.
yeah. And that probably means for me, me doing the assessing is just continue doing this work, continue feeling abundant, continue feeling free and masterful, and
Yes.
having a lot of processes that I can employ, uh, and continue doing the work
Yes.
every day, and being passionate about that, and not worrying about income. It'll come automatically.
Indeed.
Yeah. Um, in Feb. February of 2015, I was a super learner. Uh, what what helped with the super learning ability? Was it one of the herbs I was taking? Could you sense into this? Like I was taking various herbs. I don't know which one it was. I was taking different formulations. I could list them all, and you could let me know which one it was. Or was it I was in sunlight, receiving a lot of downloads
You were
on less?
receiving you were receiving the downloads. The herbs can help to facilitate a process, but they're not going to make it all happen. You were ready. That's why you were in that state. It's because of you and what you were ready to receive.
Okay, so like I never had that. That was my highest learning ability. I was gathering points and connecting points to points in Abraham's material and studying, and yeah. So it was downloads, right? So how do I access it now? How do I become a super learner now? One way is overtones. One way is being the vibration the of the super learner. But could you give me a different ways?
Yes, to be in that state of receptivity, to make yourself open like the flower to receive, to be more relaxed. The more you relax, the more you let in. It doesn't matter whether you're talking about love or abundance or information. The more you follow your bliss every day and do the things that you want to do, the more you are interested in what you are doing, the more in the flow you are, the more you're allowing more of yourself to flow through you, and the more will come back to you, always.
Okay. So
So don't
so
worry about the herbs.
okay. It's so to relax like that. Uh, I breathe in sometimes and I feel my relax like that,
Yes,
and I just feel my daily relax, groundedness, the 75% that I'm in. I feel that,
yes.
and I just breathe in and relax. But is it true that if you relax long enough, that you'll get deep in the vortex? Like,
Yes, yes.
what's the ingredients? Is it consistency? Is it the amount of airtime you give without break of resistance? What is it
It's
for deep in the vortex state?
the most that you can possibly be in the flow of life. So whatever is coming to you, you are flexible. Whatever it is that you feel inspired to do, you do it. You are honest with yourself and honest with others. It's the letting go of obligations and the letting go of fear, the letting go of guilt and shame, all the things that hold you back from living purely the life that you want to live. That's what keeps you out of the flow. So anything that you do that is a letting go of something that's weighing you down is going to put you into the vortex, which is another way of saying the fifth dimension.
Yeah. So how do you get into deep into the vortex or fifth dimension? How do you get into those states?
By
Uh,
doing everything and focusing on everything, that brings you into a more joyous and relaxed state that raises your vibration, that affirms to you who you really are.
okay. And is it consistency and like if I dip in resistance in during a day, because most likely that will happen in a day, uh, uh, but I'll get better with it as well, right?
Indeed.
Uh,
Indeed.
uh,
A little resistance is all right.
and I could do recenter myself, calm myself, breathe
Yes.
into, and get back.
Always.
Yeah,
Yes. You always have that choice.
yeah.
Yes.
So today I did one of Jerry Sargent's guided healing meditations, Ganesh Perfect Balance. You were in it, Quan Yin, and Ganesh was in it. That brings me to a state of focus and positivity, but it also brings traumas to surface. Uh, I feel these meditations are powerful, but how do you deal with those traumas? Like you process them. I already know how to process emotions. I'm not masterful at processing emotions, but vibration. Yeah, but yeah,
Well, processing trauma is the same as processing emotion. In other
yeah,
words, the trauma triggers the emotion. It's not really about the trauma. One person's trauma is another person's interesting experience.
yeah,
So it's what it means to you that creates the feeling. And when you have the feeling and you allow the feeling to flow, that's when you know you are actually releasing. You're actually processing those emotions. You're not letting them get stuck inside of you.
okay. So these guided meditations are helping in a profound way, right?
In a profound way, yes.
And my next question is about my family. Um, a part of me says I want to be a light bearer and an uplifter and be inclusive to my family and be uplifting to them. But another part of me says, um, is it best for my spiritual journey to be around more resistant uh, people? That's would it be the best possible timeline for, or best possible scenario for me to do that? Yeah, could you comment on that?
To be around resistant people?
Yeah, my family.
Well, when you can be around them and walk in your own truth and not lower your vibration, not go to the resistant places that they are going, then you will be demonstrating to yourself your mastery. But you
Yeah,
don't have to choose to be around them when they're cranky or in resistance. If that's not bringing you joy in the moment, then just say to them, I'm going to go off and do something now because I want to be in my joy.
oh, okay. Yeah, but there's, I don't know if this is a flawed analogy or not, because it tells you the extreme version of it. So you, no matter how spiritual you are, you wouldn't want to hang around gangsters that might want to kill you, right? Uh,
Only
so
if
this
you
is,
were at such a point where you saw yourself as a potential martyr, as someone who had absolutely no attachment to the body. Not that you were suicidal, but that you so wanted to help these gangsters to find the love within them that you weren't in any way caring about your own well-being. In other words, there are individuals who reach that level of evolution spiritually.
yeah, that's exciting to know.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, yeah. Um, and you could even like I you can even befriend gangsters. There's qualities of good in everyone. Everyone has that common thread of love, no
Yes.
matter who they are. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Um, let's see. just give me knowing where I am, and I think I'm gonna go at this from the angle that you inspired me to, which is just just focus on my mastery and the things I love, and don't even worry about the lottery. Uh, just don't worry about any abundance. Just go for what, except for the abundance that you feel in the now moment, without any other, and the freedom and the love and the exuberance and all the masterful things that I could do right now,
Yes.
uh, with my experience. So that's the approach that I got inspired to do after talking to you. But could you, knowing where I am, sensing into I am, deeply sensing into where I am, you could I give you permission to read my mind, to read into my timelines, read into everything me, all aspects me, and give me the best possible advice tailored to me, the highest configurational advice tailored to me. And after that, we'll close.
All right. You are freedom incarnate. You have chosen a life of freedom for yourself. You have chosen not to conform, not to be like everyone else, not to be like everyone else even under the same roof as you are. Freedom is so important to you, but at times you need to grant yourself more freedom as well. Freedom to be exactly who you are, the freedom to do exactly what you want to do, not because you think it will get you what you want, but because you truly want to do it. And that freedom to become all that you have determined for yourself. You want to become in this lifetime. It's so important that you live this way. It's so important that you don't conform or try to fit in, because this was such a very, very important aspect of who you wanted to be in this lifetime. So continue down the timeline that grants you the greatest amount of freedom. And you will find that the universe delivers to you what you want. Not because of your hard work, but because you are being who you really are. I am.
1 second.
Yes.
Quan Yin, we will close in a second. Um, I want to know about how to flick that vibration, because sometimes I'm flicking that vibration, and when I'm talking and when I'm sitting down, and when I'm talking to someone, I'm more focused, so I could flick that vibration of abundance in my crown, right? And when I'm laying down or sitting down, I could do it, right? But when I'm walking, I can't do it as focused. And I like walking to music and doing it, uh, but I still can do it. But the easiness, the automatedness of the flicking of the vibration in your crown, and spreading it. Could you explain to me about that?
Explain to you about the abundance vibration.
Activating any vibration with a flick, rather than rather than it's not something that you got to get your mind out of the way, is what the creators gave me
Yes.
about.
It's easier to activate any vibration you want to activate from a place of being calm, being balanced, being neutral, not feeling much of anything at all. That's when it becomes easier to just flip the switch.
Okay, so maybe after I practice some heart-centeredness,
And meditation, yes. Some meditation.
like guided meditations or
Just
like
calming your mind. Just letting go of your thoughts. Doesn't have to be guided.
or I could just flicker a violet flame in my third eye with
Yes.
no intention of other than flickering that violet flame.
Yes.
Yeah, so in that calm state, but you still have access. I get it that in the calm state and walking probably, you first have to know how to do it lying down and sitting it down, then gradually get to those more advanced walking and talking to people.
Yes.
Um,
Yes,
but
indeed.
but you should have the ability to access any vibration with a flick. And I know it takes some practice as well. But Creator said it's a way of the body, and it's just you should be able to access any vibration with a flick, without really thinking about it. Uh, so could you guide me on how to do that?
Yes,
Any
practice.
vibration,
You just have
yeah.
to practice.
Okay.
In other words, you make that your intention and you go within, and by feeling for it, by intending and being focused, you will make it happen.
And could you sense into the practices I do? I'll list some, and you tell me which ones, rank them in order of which. I know heart-centeredness is the one that helps me the most. I feel that, so we'll leave that at number one place. The Okay, so other things I do is vibrational uh, activation, like accessing the vibration.
Yes.
Overtones is another thing I do.
Yes.
With the violet flame flickering in my third eye. Uh, I also uh, I also do embodiment and visualizations and imagination. You could just list that as one category. So out of these three things, could you rank which order is the highest vibrational for me? And
You have an exercise where you are practicing heart-centeredness. That's one of them. Is this true?
uh, I have an exercise where what?
You practice being heart-centered.
Yeah, I do.
That's the one.
Yeah, I know that's number one. I already intuitively know that. Out of the other three, could you rank them in order?
Toning, finding the vibration, and then the third one.
Imagination and
Yes, imagination.
embodying. Embodying. But you could go at it all angles and uh, vibrate, access the vibration, and then start bringing in imaginations as an
Yes.
inspiration, and go at it all angles, and then bring some tones in, and like go at it at all angles. Yeah.
Certainly, yes. Utilize it. And go according to what you feel like doing in the moment, not by my ranking.
Yeah.
You see?
I'll intuitively sense into it. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
All
We'll
right.
close.
Yes. I am Quan Yin, and I hold you in my heart. Hello.
Hey, that was good.
Good.
Yeah. I got a lot of clarity.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I actually did a guided meditation today with Quan Yin in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's what inspired me to choose Quan Yin today.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, it was fun
Yeah,
channeling her.
yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome. Take care, Preetpaul.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.